it's Stephen. What we're going to do is we're going to schedule a video and then embed the YouTube video into a WordPress blog post. So I'm in my studio at the moment. You can see I've scheduled a broadcast, and I've scheduled the broadcast to go live on Monday at 5 o'clock on Facebook, on the BeLive in 5 page, and there's the photograph and there's the title and description. Now I always go live to YouTube as well. There's no reason not to. There's no extra cost. It doesn't have any effect at all on your computer, because you've got one signal going to BeLive, and BeLive have got 2 signals going out, one to Facebook and one to YouTube. So there is no additional resource needed on your computer to go live on both at the same time. So I've set that schedule up. I've also created a blog post. So the blog post is entitled This Week's Scheduled Posts, and I just need to do one thing and one thing only. I need to take that out. I was testing, so I'm going to show you how I did it. I'm going to remove that, save the draft. Always test things first, and I tested that that was working, and there we have it without the image. So how do I get that image? That's the question. So back to the studio, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to save that post. So we're getting a video post created on Facebook and a video post created on YouTube, and we're being told that all the changes have been successfully saved. So that's stage 1. That's the normal. You don't do anything different than you would if you're scheduling normally. Now next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go click my picture and go to my streams, and a new tab opens up, and that tab has got my past broadcasts and my future broadcasts all on the same page, and the broadcast that appears at the top in a minute will be the one which I'm going to take a look at. Now if I go back to here, this is my studio, and I'm just waiting for that page to come through. So we've arrived at my streams, and you can see that the top stream is the one we've just done, going out at Monday at 5 o'clock, and you've got the Facebook link, which is just to your Facebook page or your Facebook group, and we can't do anything with that in terms of embedding, because that will change when you go live. So we can click on the YouTube one, and it goes over to YouTube, and it brings up on screen the YouTube video that we're actually going to be broadcasting on Monday, and there's the video. It says it's live in 2 days, and it is. But already, because I've scheduled the post, I can share it, and it's the share button we're actually interested in. So that's the share button, and it brings up the sharing options. Now normally we'd use the share button to go to Twitter or Facebook or LinkedIn, or to send an email to somebody, or to go on Talk. But I am just going to go for the embed, because I want the embed code, which is generated by YouTube, and I don't need to do any changes to it. All I need to do is copy it. So I'm going to copy the embed code. I'm going to go to my blog post, and I'm going to make sure I'm on text, and I am going to paste that in. So that's the code that's come from YouTube that's going into the blog. And if I save that, always save things before you check them, because it's good practice, and it will save the blog. The page will refresh, which is done, good. And I'm going to come down, and I'm going to go to visual, and there we have the text on the screen, and underneath that we will have momentarily the video. And that will take, this is the first time it's come through, so the video will come through in a second, and you can see the green circle grandly at the bottom right. That's what that is for the video to come through, and there's the video, and it will fill in with the show card, and that's the video embedded. So I'm going to go up the screen. I'm going to save the draft. Okay. and then I'm going to preview. When it's finished saving, it will refresh, and when it refreshes I can then preview this blog post. I can publish it as well. If I go to, it's still saving the draft, so it will save the draft and it will come back, and then I can preview it by hitting the preview button when it refreshes. I'm using so many different applications at the moment to actually get this video done. So I'm going to go for preview button. So I'm going to go, well, I'll go for the publish button. So I'm going to publish that video. Okay, and I can give people a link to the blog post with the embedded video from now. And when they come to the page, and I'm going to go to the page now, it's going to open in a separate tab. Maybe from the same tab. There's this week's scheduled broadcasts. You've got the text, and that video is now on the blog post. I can give people a link that's showing in the URL bar, and they can come here and watch the video, and I can write more text than I've done there. I can have it any which way presented. I can edit the blog post. So to summarize, scheduled a video in the normal way, nothing different there. We went to My Streams and saw that it's created the post on YouTube that we can use. We then went over to YouTube. We clicked the share button and we went for the, that's the share button there. Click the share button. We went for the embed code, copied the embed code into our blog post, saved and published it. That's it. That's all. If you have any questions, then please do ask them. Otherwise, this is